What's going on? Oh, 1 second. What's going on, YouTube? It's the Bushy Beard, and we're back and bushier than ever. Right now we got Tom MacDonald and Adam Calhoun, American Flags. So I wonder what this song is about.
Flags?
Of what type?
American?
Maybe. I guess we'll find out.
Is it a trick question?
I have no idea. I haven't seen it. So, yeah. So we're back. The last one was good. You liked facts and the Roseanne one, which I thought were funny.
That was so good. Yeah.
So Adam Calhoun is a country rapper, kind of like Jelly Roll was.
Wow, he looks, like wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Ready?
Yep.
Without further ado, if you're new, feel free to subscribe. We're on our way to 100K. I originally said hopefully by 2029. We're still on track, so we haven't hit 2029 yet. We still got 4 years.
We had a bump in the road.
Yeah. But let's get on to it.
People of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
There's something. There's some something noble in the way the U.S. has been for the past 20 some odd years, where we try to help other countries, right? There's something noble in that. But if we do it at the expense of America, then what good are we in the future, right?
I guess it kind of reminds, this is a really loose interpretation, but on the airplane, they tell you if you have a child, you need to help yourself so you can help your child.
Yeah.
That's what I got from what you just said.
Yeah, and so it's just like we have been, and the police force of America, or the police force for the world, all of this other things. I'm tired of going to war, or being at war.
Yeah.
I'm tired of sending money to fund other wars, sending money to fund people to start wars, and I'm tired of it. I'm ready for us to focus on us as Americans.
Now, I agree with you, except that if there's a foreign country taking over everybody else, we're not taking care of ourselves by not getting involved in those.
Right, but there's not a foreign country taking over everybody else.
No, but you didn't say that was a disclaimer.
If there's another world war, sure, we could join it. Okay. But I would rather not start another world war or fund another world war.
Unless we're in it?
Unless we're in it.
Okay.
Yeah. I would rather us focus on Americans and America first, which is what we seem to be doing now. And a lot of countries seem to be hating it because we're no longer funding their countries, which is a good thing, in my opinion. But kind of what he was saying there,
Yeah.
America.
All you're gonna see is American flags.
Let me turn on the closed captions for you.
Oh, I was getting it. They just kept...
Gonna pretend that I give a damn. Anybody who's offended, come get it, we throwing hands. Anybody not trying to make America great again. You a punk, you a clown, better know where I stand. I'm the white boy with the middle fingers in the air, dog. We don't give a what. 100 white boys gonna hold me down anywhere, dog. We think that you suck. My patriots the craziest. They ain't afraid of breaking fists on faces. If you really wanna taste of this, no safety tip. Just aim the stick and spray the clip. I pray you miss, cause if you don't, they gon' go wacko. Automatic gun smoke like tobacco.
Same mistake as what?
My patriots the craziest. They ain't afraid of breaking fists on faces. If you really wanna taste of this, no safety tip. Just aim the stick and spray the clip. I pray you miss.
Don't say mistakes. Spray the clip. Shooting.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And I don't necessarily agree with what he's saying here. Like, go to war with other Americans over it. I think there probably are better ways to do it. But if it gets to the point where the other side is war or nothing, one side has the Second Amendment and has been protecting the Second Amendment for a long time. So I'm not saying like we need another civil war, because we don't want one. Like, that's at the end of the day, we don't want a civil war. But I think it's more going to be social media fights and civil war that way than trying to cancel people, trying to get, which is what's been happening since 2020. And a little bit before that is their style of warfare was to get people canceled and make them lose their job, lose their livelihood so that they would conform. Luckily, that's not something that's happening much of anymore. So,
and I understand that I am not the population that he is targeting.
Yeah.
But I don't see the point of all this middle finger stuff. It's angry, and I mean, be angry about what there is to be angry about. But I mean, in your song, you know.
I mean, I guess the middle finger stuff is more like we don't care anymore. It's not necessarily angry. Maybe
it comes across angry.
Okay.
And sometimes, and that's the people he's targeting with this song. But sometimes anger provokes anger. Mm-hmm. So that's all. That's all. But I love Tom MacDonald, so it's okay.
Ain't afraid of breaking fists on faces. If you really want to taste of this, no safety tip. Just aim the stick and spray the clip. I pray you miss, cause if you don't, they gon' go wacko. Automatic gun smoke like tobacco. Never hit a lady, but it's pretty hard to tell if you're a girl or a they, them, there's these, that, those. I ain't never gonna.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was good.
Smoke like tobacco. Never hit a lady, but it's pretty hard to tell if you're a girl or a they, them, there's these, that, those. I ain't never gonna take a knee for the anthem. Smack 'em. I don't give a damn, can't stand 'em. Gang full of randoms, fan with a handgun. Run up in your mansion, leave it all abandoned. I was raised to be brave to the grave. United States, we love the country that they've been corrupting. Go woke and go broker if you ain't awake. My people.
You know what's interesting? Where do you think Tom MacDonald's from?
I'm hoping to say America.
Canada.
No way.
Yeah. I believe he's Canadian.
What?
Yeah. And so for him to be all on board. But again, it just shows when you come to America the right way and do things the right way and integrate into the culture of America, like, we see you as one of us.
Well, I want to know if he really served.
No, he was never in the military.
Okay.
People of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all
you know,
that's an expensive video that they have.
I think all that's videoed. If I had to guess.
Videoed on
like
what?
The
and how did they
Air
put it on?
Force.
I don't know. Never mind.
Post editing.
Okay.
It would be my guess. I could be wrong. But you know you can buy a tank.
I heard that.
And you can just drive it around.
I must have heard it from you.
We should buy a tank.
No thanks.
got that AKA all Draco, leave you stankin', break your ankles. I'm not hearing what you saying. Hit the pavement, now you seeing angels. It get dangerous, go against the Patriots. Got all the bangers. Take a look inside my closet. You gon' see way more than hangers, hammers like I do construction. Ammo, I'ma shoot at something. Why you think we own these guns? So we could just go do some hunting. You must not pay close attention. Government, they want division. Only treason if you lose. I guarantee we come out winning. Let my flag fly high like eagles. I would die for all my people. You can't change me with procedures. I'm about freedom, you about evil. Leave you hanging from the ceiling like chandeliers in cathedrals. Never have the safety on, and when we run out, we just reload. My people of this country.
And he said, you know, it's only treason if you lose. I mean, to an extent, that's correct. It's still a treasonous act if you go against the government. But if you win, you're just never going to be charged with treason.
But here's the point. You're being a patriot.
Yeah.
And part of being a patriot is the people are elected.
Yeah.
So you know, you're guessing my point. My point is if the people are elected,
mm-hmm.
then I don't know that it's paying.
I get what you're saying.
I'm kind of torn between, is it patriotic to...
I would say it's patriotic to not let other people's beliefs affect you. And and allowing them, if they win the election, to do whatever they do, but still, as a patriot, you can resist against it, just not in overthrowing a government.
Right, and I'm for totally the ballot box.
Yeah,
and
I'll tell you,
I'm not really for the violence and the stuff in the closet.
I'm with you on that one. Like, the way I saw patriotism in this last election is, or after the 2020 election, is people like Charlie Kirk, Vivek Ramaswamy. What they did was they saw where we lacked, which was university systems, the university age people, and they went to schools across America, set up tents, and had conversations.
Yeah, conversations.
That gave them, those students, a view that the universities never would. I
have a coworker who I hadn't seen in a while because I only work part-time, say to me when we start work together this last week, I'm way more conservative than I was last time you talked to me.
Yeah.
And I want to get into a discussion with her about how that happened.
Right. Because when we realize the university system is a doctrination system, right? It's your grade depends on how that professor views you. And I knew that when I was when I went to college the second time, is I knew my grade depended on what they saw of me. So my stuff I turned in was their views.
I happen to
not
know
my view, but
I
theirs.
happen to know somebody who just thought they were all idiots, so he would not answer the question that the guy wanted because he was an idiot
and flunked out. And so it's all indoctrination, and if the kids fall for it, they become liberal, and then some far liberal, right? But if they're challenged on that by having to have a conversation to back up the views of their professors that they don't necessarily know anything about because they're young kids, then they're like, oh, maybe that's wrong. This person has all of this evidence to show me this and is not afraid to show me the evidence. Like, that gets younger people, and that's why we did much better in the younger demographic this year. Yeah, I feel that's more patriotic, is going out and doing it the legal way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a revolution, just not with guns.
Yeah, and I find this video entertaining.
Yeah.
And if I thought people really weren't going to go out and, get their guns out and, all that stuff, I would find it very entertaining. But to me, it's, I love patriotism, but it's a little disturbing.
Yeah, I get that.
We're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags.
The beat's good too. I like the beat.
Yeah.
American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. Every time we pull up, you see stars, you see stripes, you see flags on the cars and the trucks and the bikes. Every time we pull up, we go hard, we outside, we got flags on our arms that are tatted there for life. Every time we pull up, we don't care if you mad, we cherish this land, the haters can't get buried in rags. They set fire to old glory, turning fabric to ash. But every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
And I think it's also a kind of another thing is boycotting, right? The American way is boycotting. And we've seen that work with, like, Bud Light.
Yeah.
And stuff like
exactly.
that. And who really don't believe the stuff that they're pushing, but they felt like they needed to in order to reach a broader audience. And then when they found out, well, maybe that's not as broad of an audience as we thought, they narrowed it again. But, like, Ben and Jerry's...
I think Target's doing that same thing.
Yeah, they've backtracked a lot, too. But Ben and Jerry's, to me, is one of those companies that is just absolutely absurd. Is there, like... We're protecting women's rights. And I hate the word women's rights when it just comes to abortion. Like, that's not your right as a woman. Sorry if you want... I know you don't believe it, but women, that's not your right.
Right.
Right? Murder is not a right. But all of this, and they're like, oh, we got to protect indigenous people. Like, your factory, your headquarters is on quote-unquote stolen land from Indians. They've asked for it back, and you haven't given it back. So you're really not what you preach.
Yeah.
So stop preaching it.
Yeah.
American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good song. I
have a love, not like of it.
Yeah, I liked it. Again, I'm not for the violence. I've never been for the violence. Being a military person, I see what violence does to people in countries and things like that. So I don't wish it. And I don't know if they really want violence. I don't know them personally, but it's not the right way.
It certainly looks like they. He's got some stuff in his closet.
Closets, yeah, that's true.
But really, I like him.
Yeah.
I like that he's patriotic. I like almost everything I've seen him do.
Yeah.
But this one just is a little over the top for me.
And Adam Calhoun, to me, y'all might dislike what I'm about to say, seems to be a lot of talk and not much action. Because all of his songs are about guns and and like
there's more to
life on the
life.
spot and stuff. No, you wouldn't. Like,
there's more to life.
Yeah.
Well, you hope he wouldn't.
I know he wouldn't.
Okay.
Because the people who go around saying that they would do that are not the people that do it.
Okay.
From my experience as a prosecutor. So, yeah. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. But now that you heard me, you can give it a thumbs down. It is what it is. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And as always, until next time, smile like you mean it from the Bushy fam. Well, there's the...
What?
When we do this.
Oh.
You can't see us.